Hello everyone, I am Kay and you are watching me play Danganronpa today. Time to... well... start working on this murder mystery, I guess. But apparently that's Kyoko. I'm not so sure about that, but whatever. Okay, I want to get to the gym. There it is. I can? Wait, I did find everything here. I did not. Well, that's still I need. So, who does that? But yeah, I already talked to you. Check the body more thoroughly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's nothing else to be found here. What else am I missing? You have anything else, buddy? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it. Later, at the class trip. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. Oh right, I totally forgot about that. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry. I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay. Then in the meantime I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Well, what area? I mean, the one I'm going to check out now is... the gym. Gym, I'm coming for you if you're ready or not, I don't care. Because I do want to make sure if that thing is part of a bomb. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here. I just found something. What is it? It's... It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb? It's a cherry bomb. Have you ever heard of those? And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Are you saying maybe it's exactly the bomb that was in here? Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Didn't he leave the garden? I feel like he did. Okay, I thought he left, but he's here again. You think you can go soon, Byakuya? You wanted to go check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Jeez. You are... kind of weird, you know that? Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... click! And it's open. Hey, Byakuya, I have a question for you. How many Togamis do you think is going to need to change a light bulb? Just one. They just stand there and let the whole world revolve around them. It's a good one, isn't it? Looks like it. Thanks. Okay, you're not laughing. I can explain it to you if you want. Okay, I'll do that later. Let's see, well, that's very minimalistic. So, this is Kyoko's room. Okay, first thing I want to check out is... here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here. At least not as far as the case is concerned. Well, I mean, Kyoko isn't lying in her bed, so... there's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration. What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. Yeah, you probably own your very own public bathhouse just for yourself. Wait, there wouldn't be a public bathhouse. Never mind. It doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Woodblock key has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, anything else here? How about you, buddy? Do you see anything?
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some more outside, you know, on the streets. Oh, I know! Earlier Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this? Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. I found it! What's in the envelope? Well, that's what I'm trying to find out. I don't know. Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. It's a bunch of porn pictures. It's all Kyoko. She's naked in every Okay, I'm not going to show that. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets?
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? And does she mean under the sheets of her bed? But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class number 78 student registry? Mukuru Ikusaba? It appears to be Mukuru Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. But pretty sure he must have seen her hide it, and why did he get it back? Or she, I guess. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. There was a key and... That's it! This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. How did she know we were going to be in her room? I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name Mukuru Ikusaba. Sex? Yes, please. Female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlet. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone, completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received better training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Mukuru's profile. Okay, that's a lot of information to swallow right now. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. Looks like one's it's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it? I mean, I know Fenrir was like a wolf in Norse mythology? I think, maybe? Hold on, let me check. Fenrir. Yeah, it's in Norse mythology. Fenrir, or Norse Fen-dweller, or Fenrir-sulfur, also referred to as Rodvidnir, Fame Wolf, and Vanagandrus, a monstrous wolf in Norse mythology. I mean, I don't know what he's about, but yeah.
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already... I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and the bit player is becoming our hero. It's you. What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Oh, you found her profile. So, what if we did? Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know. Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well? Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that. When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding? Are you saying...
In other words,
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16? Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. she is part of the school life. You know what? That's kinda not really fair, because that 16th student is hiding somewhere, out of reach. And the rules say that we pretty much can't go and see her. So, the one making all the regulations is... Why?
Huh? Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since you've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense.
Not really?
Well, now,
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you. Seriously?
hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but... She wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get.
Okay, cool. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand, the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Oh, Jesus. Don't you know Mo? No, Mo? Don't you know me? I think about Kyoko all the time, 24/7. Huh? Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Thanks, buddy. That's a real vote of confidence you're giving me here. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuru was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuru is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuru is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuru is related to the case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuru is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuru Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuru, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuru giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense than to assume that Mukuru isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuru and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuru isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if the key and the dojo really are connected.
Let's go.
Well, are you coming? Well, first, if that's none of your business. But okay. It had a 6 on it, right? There are wooden lockers here. We use woodblock keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyokos' room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right? Well, yeah, I'm not blind.
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we... Oh! I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right? Well, just try it. Okay. No need to shout at me like that. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and... the lockers eagerly accepted the key, and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite of how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks? Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a one-and-a ball of duct tape. I wonder what it was used for. Is that a blood stain? If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean that mercenary group that Mukuru was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? Ah, such a shame. I thought we would get a choice here. I would have said the computer lab. That's right, the archive. Oh no, never mind. That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand. It went straight to a shelf on the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Is it porn again? Please let it be porn. Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. You know what, I do speak a few words of French. Mario, linguini. No, wait, that's Italian. Never mind, I don't speak French. Oh, wait, I do. Baguette, croissant, omelette du fromage. Bonjour. That's all the French I can. 100 times? Isn't it kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they're a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They've been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. Oh, so that's what it was. The Wolf of Ragnarok. You know, like a bad omen. It's supposed to bring forth, or at least is a messenger of Ragnarok. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group and they simply imploded. By the way, what's that in the background there? Is that insulation? What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, a report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad, oh, don't say it, they have a tattoo on the back of their hand, right? And it's a wolf. Would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. Oh, so it's not necessarily the hand, it's just somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean... Mukuru, Ikusawa's profile has been updated in the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. What, it's already over? Okay, hold on. My guess about that is either that is Kyoko in the garden, and she actually was a member of Fenrir, or it's actually the one Fenrir member we know about.
Time
is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us. Organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena, damages little by little till the end. You should really think about that.
Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial.
Yeah, you could have said that in the first place.
So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Okay, here we are again, in front of the huge red door that will lead us to destiny, to fate, to hope, to despair. Who knows? We are going to find out in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day. Bye bye!